Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to make sure. All right.
We live.
We live.
We live. Yes, we are live.
Hey Q baby. I
But
didn't even see the live button at the top. I'm so happy I did not. Woo! I am not a speakerphone friend. I promise.
uh, I'm, I'm glad you looked. Glad you paused. Put a one in this chat if you hear me. Put a one in this chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. One in the chat. One in the chat if you can hear me. You all know the drill. Come on, let me see your ones. Let me see your ones. I see a one. I see some more ones. So glad that you are able to make it here. Um, we got Mia J in the house. Corey is in the house. Crystal is in the house. I see my cousin. She's in the house tonight. Black Love Permissionist. No, I gotta, wow. I got to make sure that I look at all of the chats because you guys are in a couple of different spaces. Because I know I saw Danielle. I sure did. Danielle is in the house. Yolanda's in the house. So glad that you all have come out tonight. And let me formally invite you all in, welcome you all in. Welcome to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics are intentionally random and randomly intentional. This is a December to remember. This month is dedicated to reflection, introspection, inspection, and redirection as we enter into the space where the closeout of the year is imminent and new year is stretching in anticipation of our arrival. Tonight's topic is reflections. We will be taking a trip down memory lane to revisit days of dedication, resilience, resolve, and revolution as we wrap our minds around the things that we wanted and didn't want and brought clarity to consciousness. So join us as
Anthony's too real.
and yours truly, Tina Mo for show, as we attempt to continue to conquer the conquests of this holiday season with style, flair, and a touch of grace, with a glad heart and an attitude of gratitude. If you will, lend us your ears, your hearts, and a little bit of your undivided attention as we attempt to jingle these bells of brilliance, deck these halls of dedication, and get this new year into gear with a glance of yesterday's Yelp review. Let's step into the real. Are y'all doing all right tonight? Is everybody okay in this building? In the chat. I'm talking about in this building. Is everybody all right in the chats tonight? I can get a hold to this. I'm over here acting like the old people. Can't figure out how to get rid of the music already. But hello, hello, hello. How you all doing? So glad to see you. Me two times. I see you as well. Um, Thank you for showing up. Doing good. Getting better. I know that's right. I won't complain. Come on, tell them now. Tell them how we gonna go through this. Not complaining. Now, when I get that down pat, I'll let you know. Because I've had a complaint or two or seven, but um, choosing not to do so is always the best route to go. Um, so glad to see everyone tonight. Those of you all, y'all are diehards. There we go with the word again. I'm tired of you too. I ain't monetized yet, so it ain't like they're gonna strike me right now. Um, Starting out already with the stuff I ain't supposed to say. Corey, welcome to the Chapmans. Greetings and salutations. I know I just said hey to y'all, but I'm going back through to make sure I speak to everyone. All things Mia J. Thank you for showing up. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Um, Crystal, see you of course. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Corey, I know I said hey to you, but greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. The Black Love Permissionist, my veins, my family. So glad that you're here. As always, greetings and salutations. Welcome to these Chapmans. I don't know if I missed talking about I don't know if I missed. If I keep scrolling, I might can find out if I missed somebody. Elevated me to you, or who we so affectionately call either me two times or Mimi. So glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. Welcome to the Chatments. Greetings and salutations. Um, oh, I see you, Richard. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatments. So glad that you're here tonight. And of course, uh, I would say last but not least, trying to make sure I don't skip anybody else, but we have my YouTube pastor in the building, just Danielle 365. So glad that you're here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these Chatmans. Too real. What's going on? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling?
I am well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for asking. Thanks for asking. So, thank you. That was so sweet of you. A lot of people don't ask how I'm doing, but I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Breathing, blinking, and blessed. How are you this evening?
I'm hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do like you, stay breathing and stay blinking.
With the help of the Lord. Thank
I
you.
know that's right. I'm trying to
Yes.
find these blessings, honey. I need all of them. Uh, but I most certainly am glad to be here tonight, especially with the topic at hand, reflections. It's one of those things where when you and I were talking about this topic, all I could think about is what has this year been doing? What does this year not do?
Mm,
And what do I think about it? You know,
mm.
um, we got to, you know what, Mia J, will you help me convince this lady to put this on a t-shirt? We need to breathe in the blinking and blessed on something, sign her name too real so we can know, that saying came straight from her. That and another T-shirt or a hat or something that said Chatmans, so somebody can know where it came from. Hello, because a lot of folks say Chapmans nowadays, but they don't know where they actually came from. It came from the realists, too real in this building. Hello. Lafita, I see you. Hello. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. So glad to see you and appreciate your presence tonight. I know that's right. Let's go. Yes. Yes, we got to get it on a t-shirt. We got to let the people know, put your face in the corner somewhere, or a drawing of you or something. Come on, let the people know what you got going on.
One day, one day. It's gonna be outside when they come to a live show. we'll have merch outside being sold.
Girl, please don't be waiting on the folks to wait on us. Child, you need to get that stuff out right in immediate. Matter of fact, we need to go find us a vendor who be making shirts. I'm gonna have to holler and stick to it because I know he know how to make a shirt. We got to get this thing going.
Right.
We got to get it going. There she go. Just Danielle. Just Danielle. Danielle. If I could just say Danielle without the just, yes, I could get it right. Um, but there she go, right there. So glad to see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Which I probably already said, but don't mind me. I had some caffeine right
Oh.
before. Yes, I know. I had some caffeine right before this broadcast, and let me tell you something. It is running warm and cold in my veins because it's ice cold. Hello.
Mm.
And refreshing. I know, Coach will probably have a fit if she hear me talking about I have drank, the dirty water. Or Lala, if she hears that, she was like, "Why would you do that to yourself?" But hey, um, uh, it, every now and then I must have me a little sody pop to keep me up and running, especially when I want to go sleepy and nighty night bye bye. Hello.
Yes.
Um, but yes, yeah, we got some coffee drinkers in the house. Every now and then I see a tea or some kind of refreshment come across the screen. And some people, they drink their coffees, they drink their teas, and they just be highfalutin. I just go on to give me a coke and get it over and done with. Now I did grow up and stop drinking all them Red Bulls because I was a Red Bull drinker at one point in time religiously. But hey, carbs and coffee for me. Hey, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Whew, because there's something about that mac and cheese. Let me tell you something. Don't get it with some. Oh, I'm not going to talk about food. Anyway, let me stay focused. Hey, that's that Coke. It got me running at 100 miles an hour. But back to what we were talking about reflections. Too real. What comes across your mind as you reflect back from this year? What's one of the matter of fact, tell me one of the things that you've been thankful for or that you noticed that was good in this year. Um, because we've had a whole lot of months. We're in the 12th month of this year. Surely
Mm-hmm.
you can find something that was outstanding that you can recall from this year. What do you think?
Mm. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like it's been things that only God knows that I literally probably thought would have like took me out, but I'm still here. Like I really feel like this is like the year of survival for me. It was like the year of like survival. Only because I went through a lot. Like I know I share a lot on camera, but just know for as much as I share on camera, it'd be a whole lot more that I go through off camera. And yeah, like I literally feel like I could like if I had to like put a song with it, it's gonna be like I'm a survivor. Like we got to cue in Beyonce them because I feel like I survived a lot. And it's like a few more weeks left in the month. So like a few more weeks left in the year, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so thankful. But because I survived, and I just know, like, and I'm trusting the Lord for like some things that me and him talked about, I'm just like kind of ready to get to 2026. Like no shade to nobody who want to stay here, but I'm ready to go to 2026 so I can like see what's at like the end of the tunnel for me.
I understand. I feel you. I need to be seeing what's at the end of the light of the tunnel. How you say it?
Oh, at the
See
end
the
of the
light
tunnel.
at the end of the tunnel. Lord, I got to get it
I knew
together
what you meant.
tonight.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, I'm talking about I'm tripping over my shoes while I'm running. Um, but yeah, that's the thing about as it pertains to being able to look back and see the things that you're thankful for. Because there is a lot that has happened within this year. There has been quite a few things that I can recall as it pertains to um, experiencing different transitions, experiencing the loss of friendships with people, relationships, fellowships. I've had a lot of changes just within this year alone. I went from not doing any content and just being a watcher, and going from just watching to supporting, and going from supporting to becoming a creator. And that was one of those things where I'm like, oh, well, I didn't see myself going this direction. What is this? And so I could say I'm thankful for change more than anything, because it's so easy to become stagnant and just be like, oh, okay, it is what it is, or become complacent and just getting used to the same, twos and fews. My four and no more and no matter. Nothing else matters, and it's not the case. A lot of times, I get the opportunity to expand in ways I never expected to expand, or even more so, I've been able to use the different things that I learned within this year, um, especially as it pertains to content creation. I never expected to be in this space. I didn't see I It was one of those things that I'm like, that looks like it would be cool to do, but I'm like, nah. I ain't got nothing to say to the people. I don't know what to do. I'm not good with tech. I'm not sure of, you know, what are some of the things, that I'll be taking on. Danielle said the darkest part of the tunnel is the middle, not close enough to the end to see it and too far to go back. Keep pressing forward to real.
Oh, thank you. She always tell you and her. Y'all be having like the best. What do you call it after somebody say something? Oh, response. I was about to say ad libs, but yes, responses. Thank you, JD365.
Corey said, I feel that, Anthony's, I've been feeling the same way too. So it's a lot of us that can identify with this thing as it pertains to going through. I'd be glad when my sinus pill kick in. I just swallowed about 13 times in this one sentence. Y'all have to forgive me. I know it's quite a few of us. I ain't gonna that have sinus problems and sinus issues, and all of that. And I'm like, whew, this has been something else today. But thank God for sinus pills. When they kick in, they might make you sleepy, but you won't be sniffling and going on like you were at first. And so I'm glad for that. But yeah, like I said, I understand the whole thing of experiencing so many different changes, and being able to be resilient in the spaces when you've experienced loss, or if you've experienced hardship in any kind of way. You know, Me Too Times said, that's what keeps me pushing, when I acknowledge what I've been through and see it didn't break me. Whew. Yes, indeed.
Yes, Lord.
Because when it comes to resilience, you never know how strong you really are until you take on a heavy load. It's one of those things that I consider as it pertains to um, being in one of those places where it's like, I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this. Um, and while I have shared, like you, I have shared quite a bit online since I've been doing content, and I haven't been doing content that long. You and I started in August, and that while that wasn't necessarily my first my first as far as the introduction of being on a panel or something like that, because I had done a little something, but I hadn't done anything from my own channel. I certainly didn't have anyone else. I certainly didn't have the platform or the following to even go live. And so when I was doing it, I wasn't even getting hours. I wasn't, getting any credit or anything. I was just literally there supporting someone else's channel. And so to go from that to where I am now, it's something else. But one thing I can say about you, Too Real, is that you don't mind doing something or trying something new. and you introduced me to things and pushed me in a way I didn't expect to get pushed. You challenged me in a way that I didn't expect to be challenged. And you would always be like, "You got this. I know you got this." And I'm like, "Nope, I don't got it." I didn't sound like I didn't feel I did. Now let me give you this here, I didn't
Wow.
sound like I couldn't do it. I sounded like I could handle it. On the inside, I was like, I'm scared.
Wow.
And let me acknowledge, first of all, Tiff's take. I'm gonna get it right one of these days. I did it right the last time. This time I'm fumbling, but that's because I'm drinking Coca-Cola. Because I almost said because I'm on Coke. I'm like, no, I'm not on Coke. I'm drinking Coca-Cola.
I'm like, wait, yeah, we gotta, this YouTube, we gotta make sure we say our words correctly.
I know
She's
real
drinking a
correctly. I
Coca-Cola.
do not need a sound bite of somebody saying, they said
Right,
you was on Coke back in 2025. I was not. I
right.
was drinking Coca Cola, and the caffeine got me a buzz because I need a little energy. But Tiff's take, Tiff, because that's what I say when I'm in the Chapmans. So glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these Chapmans. And the CEO, the owner, the operator of the Supremacy Boardroom, the supreme view is in amongst us. So glad to see you, sir. Greetings and salutations to you and the First Lady of the Supremacy, of whom I am the chairman. So glad that you decided to come in, stop by, and leave all of your remarks, however they may sound, that I might have to skip over sometime with your engagement. But I'm glad you're here. Uh, Thank you for showing up to the space. Danielle said, "Isn't there something? Another person's faith can galvanize you and light the fire in you." Absolutely. I just was scared while it was happening because I'm just gonna go on and tell the truth. This was one of the most challenging things because um, number one, when it comes to this space, you expose a lot of your own personality and you expose where you're not strong at the same time. People know if something ain't about right with you, they know, they could tell, if I'm off, if I'm discouraged, somebody can pick that up. They know there are people that understand that there are times when I go live, especially when I do the stuff in the middle of the night by myself. I'm finna be raw, I'm finna be authentic. Not that I'm not authentic at other times, but I'm going to be vulnerable in a way that I'm not accustomed to being vulnerable. And so I've had times where I've been at the point of tears, but still pushed through it. That was one of those things I was afraid of that I've had to navigate through in this year alone. The thing of taking off um, the wardrobe of pride to allow myself to be vulnerable, to allow people to see where I'm the most touchable, you know, as it pertains to the things that I've experienced. And so all of these things I learned in a short period of time. The first 90 days I was in there kicking in the door of my own heart, talking about the things that was near and dear to me, even though I wasn't necessarily doing an expose on anyone. But what do you think about what's on your mind, too real? And before you say anything, Candy K all day. I see you, appreciate your presence. Uh Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. But too real, what do you think? What's on your mind as it pertains to the areas that you've been pushed?
All I know is the Lord is always on time. I was trying to drink some water, right? Because, okay, so I'm finna answer your question, but let me just tell them this so they understand what's going on today. Earlier today, I cleaned my bathroom and I used a new product that I bought because it was on sale. I'm so cheap instead of just going what I know. But anyways, this product had bleach in it. I didn't read the label. I think I like gave myself some type of breathing something. Like I've been struggling to breathe all day, but I was just trying to drink some water. When you asked me that question, I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle trying to drink the water. And then you said, but before you answer that, Kendi K, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I can catch my breath. Hey, y'all. Okay, so this is what I think about that. I'm gonna just tell you how. So going back right quick to Danielle's comment that she made, I wish that energy and that fire would rub off on me because I literally. So this is what I'm thinking about from the question you asked me. I literally told my husband yesterday. I said, "Is something wrong with me?" I'm gonna ask my therapist this like next time I talk to him because why can I like always encourage people, right? I can always encourage people and then see how you was like, times like that I spoken with you and in that moment you may have felt like a certain way and I'm be honest with you, I was saying wow because I'm like Tina, I never would have known that until you told me that because every time where it would have probably been a real super scary moment for me, like and now like I'm thinking back to like times where, I had to like you kind of like I leaned on you and I feel like wow like you executed like so well and I'm just like, wow, I need that energy because it's been so many things that I said this year that I was going to do that I have not done. Like, let alone now, I have done a lot of things that I said I like that I've just been scared to do and been putting off. I did do those things, but it's still other things that I have not done. So I'm just like, I hope like in 2026, well, no, I know in 2026, like, I'm gonna get those things done, or I hope so, because like you sharing that is just like so encouraging because you are so strong, and I'm not gonna cry because y'all know I'm emotional. The closer I get to 40, like it's one thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not gonna cry, and I'm really about to cry, but I'm not gonna cry, y'all. I just sound like that. Y'all know my voice gone. I was at my baby event last night, so I was yelling, like supporting the boys basketball team. They won the championship so my voice gone, but I just hope that I can be like you, and even in the scared moments, like get my Nike on and do it scared. Pause.
I get that whole thing of doing it scared. Me uh me two times said I try my best to be vulnerable, but it sounds like I'm complaining, so I don't go in depth. Let me tell you something. That's my thing right there. I don't like to sound like I'm complaining all the time. There she go. Oh, I can't. Oh Lord. Oh, my bad. I almost went in, and then I recognized who I was.
What you was about
I
to
was about to say something so smart, and I was like,
say?
"Oh, don't do that."
No, that's your pastor. You can't talk to her like that.
Oh, nope, don't talk to her like that at all. Oh, it caught me in the throat right then. Cry. It is good for you. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. Hmm. Hey, Bree Bree, I'm so glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. I don't see you in here often, but whenever you show up, I am most certainly glad that you're here. Um, but yes, I do get the whole thing that crying is okay. It's okay to cry. And I must admit, I have to surrender to the Lord because that's not my thing. That's not what I like to do. Now, I have had moments, I have had times in my life where crying was one of those things I knew I needed to do, I knew I had to do. I just didn't want to do it because, I'm known for having that armor. I could talk myself through just about anything, even if I do feel emotional, I know how to talk around those things and get to the place where I can shake that tear off. But in this space, I'm being required to be vulnerable in a way that I don't particularly like. and it's quite uncomfortable for me to talk about certain things, especially those things that not just near and dear to my heart, but it gets to the core of what I believe and the core of what caused me to believe those things and the experiences that are attached to those emotions and all of that. And I'm like, I ain't trying to be sitting out here looking like a weeping willow. No shade to nobody that be weeping.
That can
You know
go
what I'm saying?
ahead. I'll
Hey, I
take the
got the
shade.
utmost respect to those of you all who feel okay with being vulnerable and shedding tears. I am not okay yet. So y'all just keep praying for Latina, Big Tina, Sister Tina, Auntie, whatever you want to call me. Don't make me no difference. Be praying for me because my eyeballs don't like to sweat. And when they do sweat, I am generally in a rough place. Um,
Oh.
Look at Preem talking about something. I'm in the background, but I'm driving, so I can't text, but I'm supporting. I appreciate it anyway, Preem. You know, just like you told me, you ain't got to text. Your presence is appreciated regardless. So
Hmm.
thank you.
That part.
Yeah. And there go the bell. Was that the first bell of the night? Supreme that got it. Um, but yeah, it's the
Praying for
thing.
Supreme.
Oh, Mia J said, I don't want to be. I don't want to. But them tears just be flowing. Gotta come out. You know what? And I'm just glad that I'm that supreme. Uh yeah, but it's one of those things where the fullness of emotions I have not tapped
Hmm.
into yet. I'm learning to get into that space where I can experience the fullness of emotion in before people and it not bother me that, I got the ugly cry going. Because that's basically what's going to happen until I learn how to feel my feelings and kind of temper where
Okay.
how I express them. But because they've been suppressed for a long time, I'm
Right.
like, sound like I'm calling on cows. And I don't want that, especially not on YouTube. I don't want to call the cows on YouTube. Hello?
I get it.
So, yeah. So it's just one of those things of learning how to come out of that space because it's healthy. It is healthy, but it is a discipline and an exercise. And it may sound weird for it to be a discipline and an exercise, but it is a discipline and an exercise for me to just let it flow. Now,
Oh,
I
like
have
how
my
you described
people
that.
at times where if I feel safe around you,
Right.
there are
Right.
a few people who, in their presence, I feel safe around, so I will cry. Then there
Right.
are other times where I'm crying because it's some other emotions that want to express themselves, and in the process of suppressing, want to choke somebody out, a tear will come. You know,
Right.
that's the angry tear. The angry tears I don't care nothing about because I might I mean the Lord working on me. I have a problem.
All
I
us, and
have
I
a
get it.
problem.
I
But
get it. I'm
it's the
telling you.
thing wanting to do right and not allow my emotions to get the best of me, to say the least. But looking back on this year, I think that I have made some incredible encounters. I've had some incredible encounters as it pertains to people. There are so many great people that I've gotten close to over these low few months, in a short period of time. And just being vulnerable enough to reach out, being vulnerable enough to say, hey, do you mind if we share the space? Do you mind if we talked about something? Do you mind being on a panel? Do you mind being on this show? Do you mind doing this? And with those yeses came uh, a level of um, camaraderie that was unexpected, you know, um, which reminds me of the lady I call my YouTube pastor, Danielle. Danielle is one of those people who, when she was the first person I interviewed, and I was nervous on Tea Time with Tina Moe, shameless plug. Um, when I was doing the interviews, which will pick back up at the first of the year, when I was doing that interview, she was the first person I interviewed, and I remember I was so um, nervous about it because I was like, this is someone that is highly intelligent, um, uh, pedigree, experience. While she may still be a young lady, um, I still have a high regard, hold a high regard for her in that she knows what she knows and she knows what she's talking about, and she's unapologetically her. And that's something that I grew to appreciate early on, not knowing that in that shared space, I would learn so much from her, you know. And so that's one of those things that I consider as it pertains to this year and how I've been able to make some really dope connections with people. And it's been cool, like Supreme, for instance. Supreme and his channel, that just being in that space is funny. It can be challenging at times, depending on what he's talking about, but it's funny, and I need that sometimes just to be able, and it ain't a space for everybody. And that's not necessarily me trying to say, go on over there because I know how he is. Don't come to my channel. But there is one of those things where, I understand that in the spaces that I've been allowed to be in, there's always something that I can glean from it. There's always something that I can get from it. And a lot of times I don't mind pouring back into that channel with my support in every way that I possibly can, because I get so much out of it, and so many different people. And I'm not trying to go down the line name everybody, because y'all know how that goes. Because it's a lot of y'all at this point. If it was just the one or two and a few, then that's just that on that. But it's been a challenge. It's challenged me in ways that I didn't expect. You know, in knowing how to be in a space and I ain't finna go there. Nope. What I am gonna ask though, too real, is what do you think about um? I see you, Danielle. Now you're trying to make me cry. See how fast that thing turned around on me. Oh, I ain't trying to make you cry. I'm just spitting facts. I'm just talking about the facts of what I'm thankful for as it pertains to this year. Because I know we did the whole thing with Thanksgiving and everything, but there was a whole lot more that I could have said that I did not say. Um, but what are your thoughts so far? Too real.
In reference to that, are you talking about in reference to being thankful for this year, or in reference
Impact.
to just the
Impact.
impact?
Impact.
Mm,
And I ask about impact specifically, not necessarily that you got to put a spotlight on anyone specifically or anything like that. But sometimes
okay.
we can have experiences that are so impactful, it causes you to think about yourself and want to either become better or want to do more or want to go outside of your comfort zone to be able to do things that you had not done before. And so, SARS travel, I see you, appreciate you. You definitely look new to the space. I don't remember seeing you before, but I most certainly want to uh, say greetings and salutations to you. Welcome to this space. Welcome to the Chapmans. And I'm glad that you're here. Appreciate your presence. But what do you think about as it pertains to impact and the things that have impacted you to become a better person or to cause you to reach beyond the break, so to speak?
Y'all, why is my heart beating so fast? Like I'm so nervous. Like that's $1 million question, and if I don't answer it right, I'm not getting $1 million. And I
Oh,
feel like somebody was waiting on me to let them hold some money to like keep their lights on. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I say this right. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So when we talk about impact, cause y'all know I could talk, so I don't want to like draw out my answer, cause when the answer get too long, then you forget what the question was.
look at here,
Okay.
girl. Did you not hear me talk for the past 20 minutes? Go on there. To do what you do, too real. Who gonna tell you to be quiet? Nobody. All they got, what they can do is leave if they don't want to hear no more. Hello. Y'all not finna come for my co-host. That's what y'all
I'm
ain't gonna
done.
do. Okay. Go ahead, honey.
She's talking about okay, go ahead. Okay. So first I'm gonna have to say Y'all, why is my heart still beating so fast? It's like I can hear it. Can y'all hear my heart? I feel like y'all can hear it beating. I hear it like beating. Okay. Number one, I'm gonna say so. It's are you locked in, right? And I say, are you locked in? But I say you also specifically, right? And like the Lord, of course, it's like the Lord, like His impact, seeing everything and like His timing or whatever. So at the time that I met y'all, right? So I met Queen. So I did an interview with Queen, right? Earlier this year, I did an interview with Queen. That was like my first. I don't think that was like my first like interview, but it was like my first interview, if that makes sense. Because number one, I didn't when I interviewed with Queen, I didn't know Queen like that. Queen 22, Queen's Alchemy 22. Y'all know I call her Queen 22. Like I rename everybody, and if I haven't given you a name yet, just know it's because I haven't thought of one yet. But I have to like rename people because like the way my brain is, like I be thinking about like 55 things at like one time always. Like even when I'm asleep. But so that's why I be like renaming y'all. So don't think that I don't respect your channel name. I just rename y'all. It's like a sign of like endearment, like affection or whatever for me. But anyway, so I did an interview with Queen or whatever, right? And I remember like she was asking me questions like I didn't know what questions she was gonna ask me. But the one thing that I did when I was on that interview, I was like, I'm just be myself. And I was like, I'm not gonna look at the comments because I know sometimes like I have like very, very, very strong opinions. And I know other people that have like strong opinions, right? But my delivery sometimes can come off a little harsh because I'm just like, I just talk aggressively and I'm so passionate. So sometimes people take that wrong. So even when I'm saying something that you may agree with, or like I don't know, like I feel like sometimes the way I deliver it, it come out wrong. But anyways, so I'm doing that interview, but I was like, you know what, I'm just be myself. And I remember Lala was in the chat, right? And Lala, like I remember she was like one of the people. She was always so encouraging. She was just like, be yourself, like make your content. But I say all that to say, like, y'all, like, really had an impact because after Queen 22 interview, like, if anybody, like, been around, like, me, like, since I started off as, like, a vlogger from my friend Ebony Elbow because, like, I used to be, like, on her channel, like, every now and again, and people would be like, oh, we love Lisi, like, who is your friend or whatever. And then, like, I wanted extra money or whatever. And Elbow was like, YouTube pay, like, really good. Like, you should start a channel. And she always, like, pushed me and stuff. But I never really believed in myself. So it's like always like now this like don't just go for this year. I'm just reflecting over my whole like life, y'all, cause my birthday coming up. So I'm gonna be 39. So for like this whole time, I feel like I was like myself, but not myself. But the impact that y'all had, I feel like I could just be myself and ultimately I was saying it's God because this how he made me, right? And I know that I do everything with like pure intentions and like with like the right heart. I feel like even though our hearts is bad, like no physically I got a bad heart, but our heart is just bad because that's what the Lord said it is. Like we were just born into sin, but we're not gonna go there right now. But y'all know I believe in God, so if you don't believe in Him, you can still stay. But I'm just saying that like, I'm about to talk about God a little bit. So okay, fast forward. Y'all just let me be myself, and y'all just be like y'all just like me, like how I am. Like I don't gotta add nothing. I don't gotta take nothing away. Like y'all like my strong opinions. Like y'all just like me. So I really appreciate y'all. So the impact that you specifically that you had back in August, y'all, I was in Orlando, and I told y'all we was in Orlando for my husband's birthday. Number one, I can say like y'all know I have like never met like Tina in person or whatever, right? And so, but me and Tina are like really friends. Like we're sisters in Christ, but we are like really friends, like outside of YouTube. Cause like you can co-host a show with somebody, but like me and her are like really friends. Like I've shared like intimate stuff with her. She shared intimate stuff with me. Like I feel like we really have a friendship. I feel like Tina is like in an exclusive category with like people who I like who I can like reach out and touch because like Tina like she know me like she's a real friend. Like even sometimes when I don't know. It's just I feel like I always tell her. She like a girl version of my boo, if that makes sense. Cause like my boo just get me, like he can finish my statements. Like even when I say something wrong, he know what I'm trying to say. And I just feel like it's just like, oh God, like he's just so intentional. Like just how like when I went to her and I was just like, I really want to start a podcast. Like you, can you do a podcast with me? Like, would you want to do a podcast with me? Like I know you don't know me like that, but you know the one thing that I told Tina, and I was just like, she never take like nothing the wrong way. I remember I was just like, but before we do this, I was just like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to where we like fall out, if that makes sense, like behind the podcast or you know what I'm saying. I'm like, whatever it is, like can we talk about it or whatever? And Tina was like on the same time, like I don't know, I just can't explain it. But you had a really big impact. But when I was in Orlando that day and we prayed like before every show, and like when I asked you about praying and stuff, and like you told me what you told me about just like talking to God and stuff, like that really had a really big impact on my life. And I just want to thank you for like being obedient because I can't talk about God like with like all of my friends, you know? And so that's like a really big deal to me. But like what you shared with me, like it improved like my relationship like with God. I feel like it like brought me back to him. And then with that, like it brought my husband like back to him. Like I feel like it changed my marriage. It changed like my relationships like with my family, like in a good way, of course. But like I just want to thank you, like thank you, Tina, for just like being you and just like being obedient because like I feel like because of you, like you sharing what you shared, it made me like a better person. Like I'm still myself, but it just like the Lord showed me things about myself that I'm like I knew, but I had never really sat down and like focused on to like really know. So now that I like focus, it's just like certain things like have always been there. I'm trying to dry my eyes out because I don't want my lashes to come out when I get off of here. Me and my boo going somewhere. But like I don't know, just thank you. So I just want to reflect on that. Like I'm so happy. Like I've been wanting to like do a podcast. I always been so scared. Like and like just this has helped me be consistent. Even though I haven't been consistent like on my own like personal page by myself, I do plan to be more consistent. I am gonna start my show. I'm gonna tag you and Sugar Kisses in it because Sugar Kisses stay on me too, and I appreciate that. Like I always been a person that just I had like these big dreams, but I always like slept on myself. But like the Lord used you to like help me like not sleep on myself no more. Cause like even though my friend like Elbow, like she always encouraged me and she pushed me this far. Like the Lord used you to like push me even further, you know. So thank you. And I'm done. I love you, Tina. But
You
God
know
love
I
you
love
more.
you, girl. What you ain't gonna do is have me balling though on this in this
No, don't cry. Don't
in
cry.
these reflections.
Don't cry.
Duh. But yeah, that oh man, that touches me in ways that I don't. I was gonna say I don't want to be touched.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. I'm just joking.
But it is. It's one of those things where you never know how much of an impact that you make on a person. You know, and I understand that it and this is like a sister to me, you know. That's the thing about being able to talk to Real is that she doesn't come with a bunch of preconceived ideas of who I should be or what I should be like. She just allows me to talk. And sometimes it could be the thing of, oh, well, this is a dignitary. I won't be able to say this or I won't be able to say that. And sometimes just in the space that she's given me to be able to talk to her vulnerably. And I have bawled out crying talking to Real before, so I mean, I ain't always, get the gangsterism going on, but there have been times where I have expressed, that I'm afraid of something or this bothers me, and she's prayed for me, and so while she's saying that she's appreciative to as it pertains to the things that I've taught her, I'm appreciative to the growth that I've seen in her,
Oh,
as it pertains to stepping out and doing more as it pertains to her faith, and being willing to speak out as it pertains to her faith. And, that's an encouragement to me because there's so many people that don't want to say, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. And if anything, it's one of those things that, what I'm saying? I know a little something about Jesus, you know what I'm saying? But we going to keep that on the wrap. So we finna do this and this and this and this, but it's a thing where, all of us are striving to be better. All of us are striving to go further as it pertains to our intimate relationships and our spiritual relationships as well. And so that's one thing that I'll always be grateful for as it pertains to you in getting to know you. You're a beautiful person inside and out.
oh,
And it's a blessing to me and an honor to know you, and to share this stage with you, with the people. Because a lot of times, you start talking about certain things, and the next person to tell you, don't do all that on here. You too much. You extra. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Every time
right,
I turn around, you quoting some scripture. I'm
right.
like, oh my God, can you stop that? And so, but you're not like that at all. And so I'm just appreciative to who you are. Um, and who you always have been. And that's why I always say too real, because at the end of the day, you're being authentically yourself before people, and that includes the growth. And that includes the changes that you allow to come into your life and make you better. And I
Mm.
respect that, and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what this lady that said in the chat, I got to go before I go go into what this lady that said. I want to acknowledge who I saw coming to the chat. I saw Melinda. Appreciate you for showing up to the chat. Greetings and salutations. I try to get a little choked up, but I can still hear it in my throat. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. I saw Yvette as well. I appreciate you for coming into the space, sharing with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chatmans. Um, but yeah, let me go back and see what was said.
What she said.
Yolanda, your faithfulness is an illustration. Let me tell y'all something
Hmm.
what y'all don't know. Yolanda is somebody that I might start crying about if I'm not careful.
Okay. She be
Oh
putting
God, I
control
wasn't
on.
ready for that one. I was not expecting that. Uh,
The praying three pack.
yeah,
The praying three pack. Thank you,
yeah.
Lord, for my praying three pack.
Yolanda is one of those people, and probably gonna start crying. Who I've seen her resilience.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm,
not a lot of people that know what she goes through,
mm,
but she keeps pressing her way and she keeps going, regardless to what people say about her,
mm.
regardless to what things people say to her, regardless to what things that she experiences personally that she does not discuss. I've seen her continue to push and press through. With that being said, that's someone that prays for me,
Mm.
whether I like it or not. Cause I had my moments, I had my attitude. She done seen my attitude. She done seen the wrong and uncut me. You know,
What?
it's yes. Where I've been upset and she, can I pray for you? Now, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Because I had my moments where I'm angry and I'm frustrated and whatnot, but it didn't stop her from praying for me. When I was afraid and needed to do an interview, and I cried because I was so nervous about the interview. And she prayed for
Mm.
me, you know. She prayed for me before the interview, but she also came and prayed after the interview. You know what I'm saying? And it's those things that I take into consideration that people don't have to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
People can see you going through a thing and be like, she'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? She know the Lord. But
Mm.
sometimes, it's the simplicity of saying, hey, can I pray for you? that
Yes.
help a person whom you don't know is struggling necessarily from the
Yes.
outside because everything looks successful, or a person may be
Yes.
able to talk their way through whatever it is that they're experiencing in the moment, but it's crushing them on the inside because of what's going on internally. And so I think about that as it pertains to um, what she does and what she offers people by being a support system. You know,
Yes.
when you don't know, she is looking at your content. She's running it,
Yes.
on different devices and whatnot. I'm like,
Yes.
people don't even notice what she does. She
Yes.
shows up to people, and be in the mix of. So I be all summer everywhere. Y'all used to me. I pop up, hey, how you doing? Greetings, salutations, say something stupid, say something, mental, and then I go on by my merry way. But she's one of those that will show up, speak to everyone, always has something encouraging to say. I've never
Yes.
seen her say anything mean to anybody. She might
Never.
kick out a troll, but even then, she ain't talking mean to him. She might ask him something like, "Why would you come in and say something like that?" And I'm like, "If you don't tell them so and so, and so
She
we
pray
got a
for
completely
trolls.
different." Yeah, she
That's a
prayed for the
whole
trolls. Yeah,
nother level.
and
That's
me,
a
I want to
whole
sit back
nother
like a
level.
sniper and shoot them off the page. She got a completely
Okay.
different way of handling it. You know,
Right.
um, but that's
You
something
know
that
what
I,
though?
uh,
Even with her, what she like, how she is, I've been mindful too about certain things that I say, like even like certain like slurs or like certain sayings that I just grew up saying, not really thinking much of it. Like even like Yolanda, like, oh my Lord, oh Yolanda, I love you. Like somebody said one particular line that I say and I didn't really think much of it one day, and you said something to them and you said it in the most gentlest way. I don't even remember who said it, but I was like, dang, I be saying that too. And I'm like, I didn't even realize that, but it made me like consider it, and I'm like, I'm gonna stop saying that. And so I stopped saying it. I just want to thank you. Like, you just never know how, like, you just being yourself, like all of y'all who stood like a really good example for how humans should like interact. Even if you don't believe in the Lord, I just feel like we all were born with a moral compass, and y'all are just really like, y'all are so awesome, just how y'all carry yourselves and just set an example. Like it can be done. It can be done. Just like Jesus came and set the example to let us know it could be done. Y'all are setting an example to show that even in this loud, noisy world, like you still can live upright. You really can. Thank y'all. I'm sorry, Tina.
Ooh, Lord. And what I ain't gonna do is let y'all be causing me to have to pull out the Kleenex in this piece, because I took me a good sinus pill and I'm gonna dry up, and eventually these tears will too. But I'm not going. Uh I saw Nisha, Antoinette. Appreciate your presence. Thank you. You always show up and are so supportive. I'm so thankful and grateful for you being in this space. Welcome to the Chapmans. Greetings and salutations. Um, yeah, but it's just so much that I have learned from so many different people in this year, not just about them and the things that they offer. Jelly Bean, hey, the battle's on. I see you as well. Thank you all for coming out. I had to pay attention to both of these. Um, the battle's on. Greetings and salutations. I appreciate your presence. I always try my best to make sure I acknowledge the men in this space. We are most certainly comforted and secured by your presence. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the Chatmans. Jelly Bean, so glad to see you. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. Pray that you're having a great night as well. Um, but yeah, it's the thing of just desiring to be in a space and be authentic. Just
Mhm.
to be in a space and be yourself unapologetically.
Mhm.
Danielle had put up long form, something long form. I think she went live. I'm not sure if she went live
Mm-hmm.
or this was just, I don't know what it was. I just know some of her content. I was watching it.
Okay. Okay.
I think, oh, she did go live. I came in at the end of the live. You know,
Ooh, woo.
let me tell you something.
Ooh, you don't
I
tell me,
had to be
baby.
kind of rewind because I came on the very end.
Baby.
When I
Mm.
tell you, she began to talk about what all
Woo.
it takes. What is the statistics of
Mm.
someone finding your channel? Which she said it was like point
Go-
zero zero,
mm,
and that
mm,
was just
mm,
according to her analytics. Point zero zero 81 or something like that. And I was like, oh, that is amazing.
mm.
And what she said about even being born, that was even more outstanding in a
Child
term that we couldn't even name. But
blew
when I
my
was
mind.
watching that, um, and she began to talk about no one sees things the way that you do.
Mm, mm,
The
mm,
culmination of experiences that
mm,
you have as an individual. No
mm,
one
mm,
else has them, and no one sees life through your lenses the way that you do.
mm.
And it made me realize the uniqueness. Whoo! Point zero 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 0.083 chance. Let me tell you something.
Insert praise dance.
First of all, um, that stirred me yesterday. Hmm.
Mm.
Because I recognized that it was the handiwork of God that was involved in the situation because I can't leave it up to chance.
Thank you, Lord.
Like,
Hallelujah.
like when
Mm.
we be reading about, a
Hmm.
good man's steps are ordered by the Lord, it's one of those things you don't really consider how many of those steps are actually ordered just to
Oh,
meet someone. It
oh,
come on, come on.
hmm.
You know, hey, this my birthday month, so whatever I say, just blame it on my birthday.
Let's
Um,
go.
let me
Let's
tell you something. Let me
go.
tell you something. The fact that the fact that I don't even know where I think I may have seen you either on Stashes or
Yo,
Trisha
you about to like, now
or
that blew my
Supreme.
mind, y'all.
But in order for me to meet you, too real, that chance in there. For me to meet you, it had to be orchestrated. For
Only
me to
God.
meet Danielle, let me tell you something. I
Only
saw
God.
Danielle's this little pink thing, the she background. I have saw that I don't know how many times. I think I saw it
Really?
several months and didn't know who it was. I just remember she was grouped in with somebody else as being, the ministers or the
Mm.
rebels or the somethings. And I heard it. It went through one ear and out the other. I didn't know that the ministry she got was gonna be that impactful in my life. The chance of me finding her channel. She just put it there. Zero point. Hold on. 0.00083. That's for her channel. Them her analytics. What are the analytics for my channel? I ain't even got that many subscribers. What are the analytics for your channel?
This so embarrassing.
I know. It's okay.
You somehow you already know what happened. This so embarrassing. You did it was so you know what, Lucy? What we said yesterday, Lucy, you will not get credit for that. That's why I had my other phone up and ready to go. Yes, I'm back. Go ahead. Sorry about
Well,
that.
that's okay. Hey, if you hadn't have said nothing, they would have never noticed. They
Oh,
was like,
for
"Oh, it's
real.
true."
Oops.
Yeah,
Look at
because
me
I was
telling
still
on
talking.
myself. Oops.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Hey. It was self snitching is better. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna tell it on yourself. Don't tell on nobody else now. But that's the thing. I saw her channel and I ignored it. Oh, I gotta calm down because it's taking me somewhere I ain't trying to go. I saw her channel and I ignored it. I didn't think it was nothing to it. I just ignored it. I heard Supreme what he said. There's a couple of ministers in the chat, and I'm like, "And you talking like you talking, sir? Oh, I gotta check these folks out." You know what I'm saying? Man, because he say some wild stuff sometimes. But yeah, I when I tell you, I ignored it like she was a no. I can't say that because it's some people that yeah, I ignored it. I remember ignoring it. Then one day, I don't know what happened, but think I don't know if we were I just remember being in her live one day. And I was there and I'm randomly, I don't know if I had intentionally went to her channel or if it had been suggested to me. I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, they come from this scripture, yeah, they come from that scripture, and I'm just typing little scriptures in the chat. She's, oh, thank you, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so at some point, I just started listening.
Mm.
I heard her, but then I started listening,
Mm-mm-mm.
and then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, it's something to this right here.
Thank you, Lord.
And I
Mm.
dialed in. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing one day we was gonna be praying, together or
Ooh,
nothing.
cutting it up, boy.
Because look now, I ain't want none of this.
What?
No, absolutely not.
And
No,
look at all what the Lord had for you. Look at
exactly.
all what you was trying to give up. Can you believe that? Thank you, Lord, for the
But
unintentional but intentional blessings. Yes.
yes, that's why it's so important that people understand that this is intentionally random,
Mm.
randomly intentional. It seems random to us when things come together the way that they do, but they're orchestrated.
Mm.
The conversations that we have seem to be random and all over the place sometimes, but it's randomly intentional.
Mm.
You know, I don't never know what I'm gonna say sometimes. Like I might have an outline at best, but when it's all said and done, something that needed to be heard gets said. Something that needed to be read because the Chapmans be jumping. Hello, ain't nobody Chapman's firing eyes than probably Danielle or Prima, somebody, Trisha Nicole, or maybe Stash. But outside of them, don't slack on our Chapmans because we in this piece. Thank you for the bell on the Chapmans. So, so I'm just glad. Oh, I got to post it because she just told on me. Look at God, and you tried to escape the plan. Somebody say ordered steps.
Turn to your neighbor and say, ordered steps.
Oh, but yeah, and so I am thankful because if it had not been the push of some of these that are in these Chapmans,
Hmm.
if it weren't for the people that said, like Stash, that said, you ever thought about doing having your own channel, doing your own content?
Hmm.
No. He said, man, well, let me go on and you know, rinse you up right quick so you can connect with some people. Hey, y'all connect with her so when she go live, you'll be able to go in the building.
Shout out the stash with that cash.
Yes. And I think about that. I'm like, I didn't see. I'm about to snap. I got to. I gotta be careful. I didn't see this day coming,
Oh, Lord.
but it was ordered.
But Lord, you did. Thank you.
I never saw this day coming. I never saw a glimpse of this day. I had no idea this day was coming, but it was waiting on me to get there.
Thank you, Lord.
Now it sounds like I was preaching. I wasn't trying to, but I'm just saying, I'm just making an observation that when I said yes to you, Antonice, about starting a show, I did not know that that meant that we'd be here. Which episode is this? 20?
Oh, we 20 deep.
We
Let
20
me get some
deep.
20s in the chat.
We a whole
Yeah.
dub. Can y'all put some 20s in the chat? This is episode 20. Can you put some 20s in the chat?
Oh, episode 20. Do you know what that screams consistency? Woo!
Who said they couldn't be consistent? Come on.
I ain't never did an episode 20 nothing on my page, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. Y'all know I
Woo.
always quit. I did like 13 days of Vlogmas. I did 6 days of Vlogtober.
Mhm.
Yes, episode 20. Woo!
Episode 20.
Yes, yes, yes.
Episode 20. That's 20 weeks of consistency.
And the week be, woo! How many days is that? Why my mathematicians
First
at?
of all, it ain't but
Yes.
wait a minute. It ain't but 52 weeks in a year. We knocked down 20. And I just met you, lady.
Wait a minute. Ooh, shut your mouth. Woo!
Better so
Child, we gotta do
Better
one.
so said, won't he do it? We have a church.
Y'all, we
Yeah.
gonna do. We need to do. What our episodes gonna be in person, y'all?
Yes, most certainly. Yes. It's some stages that are coming. Yeah. Some stages for a few people that's coming, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Like, I'm gonna get off this and we're gonna go. We're gonna
But you
go.
gotta stay around to find out, guys. Oops,
Hey, who meant to be there will be there.
oops.
Because to everything there is a season. I
Yes,
just want to take advantage of the season that I'm in.
yes. T Brown, what's up?
T Brown, so glad that you came around to hang with us in town, but we about to dip.
Okay, so we gonna see you around.
If you would be so kind and rewind, but until then, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans.
Oh, now you can't say you are not consistent. You have new language and new evidence. Yes, Lord.
Who said that?
God,
Uh-oh.
yes. Thank you, Lord.
Now you can't say you are not consistent. You have new language and new evidence.
Mm, mm, mm.
Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Mm.
Check this out. And we finna leave on this note because I'm going somewhere I ain't trying to go in these chat.
Ooh.
You had faith in me.
Mm.
That was the substance that you needed for the
Mm,
hope that we would have a channel. And now we have the evidence of the thing that we couldn't see.
mm, mm, mm.
I'm gonna throw this phone. I'm about to
Oh,
throw
baby,
this
I can't throw
phone.
this one, baby, because you know this one, the screen already broke. This is the second
It's the
phone.
last one I got, so I can't be fooling around with this
I
one. But
can't
I'm
throw
just
this one.
saying.
No, I'm
That's
just have
what.
to sit here, sit here and ponder.
What I want to do is encourage you all. Oh, I got to get out of here, y'all. I can't be fooling with y'all today.
I'm about to say I gotta go drop my baby friend off. I gotta be her mommy in 10 minutes, y'all. I'm about to go.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Thank y'all. Y'all have been rocking with us all these long 20 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
80 more to go.
Yes.
80 more to go. Because we got to get 100 of them, because 99 and a half won't do. Um, but this is,
Almost
yeah,
doesn't count.
almost doesn't count, except for in hand grenades or horseshoes. Um, Thank y'all for coming out. I just want to encourage you all. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. At some point, you're going to see the fruition, um, and you'll see the evidence of the work that you've been putting in. You'll be able to see the fruit, um, for the seeds that you've been planting. It's not in vain. It's to help somebody. It's to encourage somebody. It's to touch somebody. It's to give laughter to someone. It's to be all inspiring. And at the end of the day, it's for your benefit. You need to know that you can make it. You need to know that you can keep going. You need to know that regardless of the things that you've experienced this year, you can make it. You've been making it, and you'll continue to make it. Now, for those of you all who don't believe like us, hey, what can I tell you? Get a hold to the Lord. That's what I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? But if that ain't your speed, hey, what can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, like we said a minute ago, as for me and my house, even if my house is just me, myself, and I, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. And because we don't forget his benefits, we'll continue to see his blessings. And so I appreciate you all for coming out, hanging with us. This has been the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics have been intentionally random and randomly intentional. And as always, God bless you and good night. Bye.
Bye.